Test, 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 test. Probably okay. Test. Test. Good enough. I'll fix it later. Oh, what the yo? That was kind of aggressive. Getting that battlefield in. Trying out this new rocket launcher that should let me shoot down planes and helicopters. And I know for a fact that because I'm trying to shoot down planes and helicopters, there won't be any planes and helicopters this time. Watch. I guarantee you. That's my plane. Oh wait, oh, there's one right there. There's one right there, there's one right there. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did he get shot down already? I had a hell of, oh wait, there's one. It's a jet. Ah, I had it. I could get the jet. Yeah, we're losing bad. I don't even care. I just want to shoot something down. That's all I care about. Up. Shit was too fast. Come back. They always come back. That's ours. You know what? I think our planes are like really good, and so they're shooting down the enemy planes. And like I said, of course, that's gonna happen. Shoot something. Any other game, helicopters and planes from the other team will last centuries. But this game, it's not the case. Oh! Somebody give me up. Give me up. Give me up.
I need a fucking medic!
Blessings. Alright, we move. Damn, he's in a perfect spot too. What? I released the whole clip. And I thought I could shoot this at tanks, but I guess I can't. Alright, fuck it. Switch it. Alright, here we go. My food's almost here. Oh, I just got here. Let's try that again. Get out of fire, get out of... They already got it? Or I missed? Oh, they got it already. How do you get more RPG rockets? Like after I use my 2 rockets? Oh! There's another tank. Hurry up. There's a whole other tank. Camping his ass off. Y'all too organized, man. What's going on? Why did like they got every section covered? That was terrible. I couldn't even test what I wanted to test. Couldn't even test what I wanted to test. I got put on hold, and now I'm just on hold forever. Is that what we're doing? How do I? What's a new micro? How it works? Test. I guess. Oh, am I supposed to talk into it? Am I dumb? I think I'm supposed to talk into it like this. Is that better? Is that better? I don't know. Hello, test. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like this for now. See what happens. Wait, my food's here. I'll be right back. Oh. Alright, so I'm just trying out this new view, and yeah. Wait, what happened to... How did we... What? You was just showing the other thing. Did it not save my view? That works like perfectly. It didn't save my view. Yo! It should be this one, but it's the wrong... Do I gotta switch them again? Oh, shoot. What is happening? I gotta switch them again. That's so weird. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Alright, so while I eat, we're just gonna watch this video again. Shout out to Fallout Plays for making the video, because I'm not a vulture. I will give shout outs where shout outs are due. So shout out to Fallout Plays for this video. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, to be honest. But I did need some help with tanks, so I guess this is some information, some basic info on tanks.
Tanks in Battlefield are incredible.
And to avoid that crazy microphone that you guys are probably getting, I'm gonna mute and then unmute when I need to talk.
Incredibly destructive when used the right way. Therefore, you should know exactly how to deal with them in the best way possible so you don't get completely flattened by some trash-talking 12-year-old. Hi, my name is Fallout, and today we're going to be going over the best ways to stop an enemy tank in Battlefield. Starting with the it'll work, but I wouldn't recommend it tier. We have the EOD bot. Basically, you deploy a little Wally wannabe that you control with an iPad, and you can have him drop landmines on the battlefield for you. And while those mines do respectable damage, they actually hit hard harder than some of the rockets we're going to cover today. The problem with the EOD bot is that the other landmine options are, in my opinion, just stupidly better than what we can accomplish with the EOD bot. And yeah, the EOD bot can also repair vehicles, but I mean...
See, my thing is, I gotta test that. Can I put down 3 mines? If I could put down 3 mines and kill a tank, that's really good. But if I can only put down 2 mines, damage the tank, now I'm out of mines. Now the tank knows I'm there. They can get out the tank, shoot the robot's gone, and then repair the tank. So what did I really accomplish? I would have to first of all, you got to put the mines in a perfect spot to even hit the tank, right? So then if you manage to do that, it loses like 3/4 of its health. And then you got to hit it with something else to finish it off before the repairs. That's a lot. That's a lot. It doesn't feel like I'm being rewarded for my efforts. Hold on. I'm just trying to... Doesn't feel like I'm being rewarded for my efforts. Now, if I can put down... I didn't even look. Yeah, you see the HUD in the corner? Like, you see this here? It shows that he's out of mines. Like, it actually says 0 next to the mines. So I don't think you get 3 mines. Hold on.
The EOD bot. And yeah, the EOD bot can also repair vehicles, but I mean, you can too if you're the EOD covered you. And while those might roll with an iPad, and you can have bots. Basically, you deploy a little Wally wannabe that you control with an iPad.
Okay, so I was wrong. Wait, was I wrong?
EOD bots. Basically, you
Okay. So if you look at his HUD, if you look right here, right now it says he has 3 mines, the repair tool, and a gun. That's his regular like character HUD. Does this say you get 3 EOD bots? That's aggressive. Like how long is the cooldown? Like after I use 1. That's interesting. But
deploy a little.
You get 3 of them. I know that these can run people over because I've been ran over by them, which is kind of stupid, but...
Wally wannabe.
All right, so right now, yeah. So he just got in it, and it says he has 3 mines. So I don't know why he only put 2 down in the demonstration, but this says 3. So if that's the case, you can destroy a tank, which is actually really good. Especially if you get 3 bots on top of that. This might actually be the best option. You just gotta have some skill. Like that's actually really good.
You control with an iPad, and you can have him.
You might even like, I don't know. It depends on like this would just take some skill, but this is actually looking like the best option now. But we're gonna watch through it.
Drop landmines on the battlefield for you, and while those mines do respectable damage, they actually hit harder than some of the rockets we're going to cover today. The problem with the EOD bot is that the other landmine options are, in my opinion, just stupidly better than what we can accomplish with the EOD bot. And yeah, the EOD bot can also repair vehicles, but I mean, you can too. If you're playing on an engineer, you got the repair tool. And granted, the EOD bot can go out in the field on your behalf and allow you to do all that stuff remotely, but I don't know, man. I'd rather just get out there and do it myself. Moving on, we now come to the it'll work, but there are still better options tier. In that category, we have a few options, including the MBT Law, the SLM93A, the MAS148, and the PTKM1R acoustic mine. Starting with the MBT Law, which is the first launcher you get as the engineer. The weapon performs in a unique way. When you aim at a target and fire, it guides itself to the vehicle, then goes up and performs a top-down attack. Because it works that way, it unfortunately means you can't choose what part of the tank your missile is actually hitting, which, by the way, kinda important because tanks actually have natural weak points that take more damage if you target them specifically. And don't worry, we will cover all that in just a minute. But in my testing, the MBT Law did about 294 damage to the main battle.
Now, one thing I noticed about this game is they give you all these launchers and stuff, right? There isn't enough splash damage on people. They probably did that on purpose because they don't want people just, you know, using the launchers and racking up kills instead of actually using their gun. But it's definitely not the most realistic. I want to say the RPG has the most splash damage in the game. The other rockets, it's kind of like if they don't hit you directly or pretty close to directly, they take about half your health. But then if they hit a vehicle, they do like all kinds of damage. So that's weird. Like that's not the most realistic thing ever. But yeah.
Tank regardless of the angle that the missile approached. The MAS-148 launcher is kind of a harder hitting version of the MBT law. First, it locks onto the target, then connects with a rocket that hits hard from the top down. Again, because it is a lock-on launcher, you can't really choose where on the tank you're going to hit. The good news though is that the MAS hits noticeably harder than the law. It connected with the tank for 350 damage. Definitely not bad, but we can still do better. Oh, and by the way, I know we're talking about killing tanks, but if you were curious, if an enemy is driving a light transport vehicle, aka a Jeep, then the MAS-148 hits hard enough that it'll flat out one-shot kill the driver, which is awesome. By comparison, the MBT law didn't quite hit hard enough to nuke the driver out of a light transport vehicle. The SLM-93A, aka the Air Defense Launcher, is kind of weird to have on the list because its primary job is to F up flying aircraft.
My wife said no more plants. Didn't say anything about trees.
But if a tank happens to be painted by your friendly neighborhood recon player, then you can actually lock onto it and hit the tank with the SLM. The amount of damage you do depends on where the rocket actually connects with the tank, because again, tanks have natural weak points. We are almost ready to talk about that, I promise you, but not quite yet. The SLM can hit a tank a little bit harder if you hit the right spot, but again, you're kind of at the mercy of the RNG of the lock-on effect itself. You can't really aim it too well. I'd really only recommend using the SLM on a tank if you absolutely have to, or basically if you have a clear shot at a tank's backside. Damaging the tank from the front does pretty piss poor damage, and besides, that launcher is way better at ruining some annoying jet or helicopter pilot's day. The PTKM-1R, aka the acoustic sensor mine, is actually a pretty fun little toy. You put it on the ground, and then when an enemy vehicle drives into the mine's overall range, which is actually very generous, it will shoot a rocket up into the air, which will then perform a top-down attack on the vehicle. The acoustic mine hits pretty damn hard, 476 damage in one shot, but unfortunately, you only spawn with just one. If you manage to put two down on the ground, kinda near each other, you can really hit a tank very hard, but again, that would require you dying and respawning to accomplish, which is kind of annoying. I feel like the big upside of the acoustic mine is that it's basically guaranteed tank damage. As long as the tank comes anywhere near the damn thing, it's gonna get smacked. But again, I still think I'd rather use something else because we can legit do better. Random side note, did you know that the spinning radar dish on the back of the anti-aircraft tank actually confuses the acoustic mine and has an automatic protection from it? It's true. We found out that if the guns on the anti-aircraft tank are pointed up in the air, it can get damaged by an acoustic mine. But if it's just driving along with its guns pointing straight forward, that spinning radar dish on the back of the tank completely borks up the mine. Also, the light transport vehicle, aka the Jeep, also doesn't take damage from the acoustic mine for whatever reason.
It's kind of like they just wanted tanks to be more meta. And, a tank is a tank. But they're a lot better in this game than Battlefield 4, which is like the closest comparison in this game.
All right, finally, we move on to the Your Best Options tier, starting with the M136 AT launcher, aka the AIM Guided Launcher. If you don't have it unlocked yet, the AIM Guided Launcher allows you to guide a rocket manually. It'll basically follow wherever you point your crosshair until it connects with a target. And on that note, we can finally talk about tank weak points. Basically, depending on where you hit the tank, it'll determine how much damage your rocket does. Take a look at the following damage numbers to get a better idea. By the way, quick note, the damage numbers in this private lobby may slightly vary to actual in-game numbers for some reason, but regardless, the weak points on
204 is kind of ridiculous. 204. I don't know.
On every tank should remain the same no matter what. The short version is, if you can, you want to hit the tank either on the side or especially in the very back on the lower portion of the tank for very big damage. Now, I understand that a tank isn't going to just let you run all the way around it and let you shoot it right in its thick old cheeks, but it's something to keep in mind anyway. If you happen to be in a situation like this, basically a moment from a match I played where I can see two sides of a tank, both the front and the side, you want to aim at whatever side is going to take more damage overall. Next up, we have the RPG-7V2, aka the unguided rocket launcher, which IMO wins the award for best ranged option for tank killing. This is the same deal as the AIM guided launcher, but it's slightly better at killing tanks, specifically for two reasons. One, the rocket travels much faster, and two, the RPG, for whatever reason, does a little bit more damage to tanks than the AIM guided launcher, but only when hitting the tank in the side, which is interesting. Still though, the TLDR remains. You want to shoot the tank in either the side or especially the lower back if you can. Next, we have the M4A1 SLAM, aka the Tripwire Sensor AV mine. This functions a lot like another mine option we'll cover shortly, but the main difference is the SLAM mine can be placed on the ground, but also on walls, which I guess is kind of nice for catching a tank driver by surprise. The SLAM mine does 436 damage in one hit, and if you manage to hit a vehicle with 2 mine charges and it lives, it will temporarily prevent the tank from being drivable for a few seconds. Now, I like the SLAM mine, but in my opinion, it does not compare with the award winner for best set it and forget it method, which is the AV mine, aka the anti-vehicle mine. Even though the AV mine can only be placed on the ground, it hits so much harder than the M4A1 SLAM. One mine does a whopping 770 damage, and the tank will also get shut down and become undrivable for a few moments. 2 mines is guaranteed death for any vehicle in the game, even the main battle tank, and I really love that because nothing is more annoying than damaging a vehicle only for an engineer to quickly run over and repair it back to full health in the blink of an eye. A well-placed AV mine bundle means you can just straight up one-shot any tank with no chance at the engineer repairing it, which is great. By the way, big tip for doing that. Normally, when putting down mines, the game won't allow you to place a second mine too close to the first. You have to space them out. However, if you begin the mine drop animation, then quickly spin the other way very fast, you can basically put 2 mines down on top of each other. Perfect for laying a one-shot trap for an unsuspecting tank. And of course, even though it's on the recon class, I gotta give an award for funniest way to kill a tank, and that is with C4. It's really risky because you gotta get right up next to the tank, but throwing C4 directly onto a tank and then detonating it will do good damage. Do it with 3 charges and you can flat out kill a main battle tank. Also, and this is probably even more risky, but you can throw C4 onto a fast-moving vehicle, then drive it at a tank, get off at the last second, and detonate the charge to get a kill. Now that's what I call creative. Hit the like button if you think I've earned it, then get the hell out of here and be the best damn tank killer you can be. Thank you very much for watching.
So, like, maybe they want people to use mines more. I don't know, like, a rocket launcher take, because, okay, so let's say you use the RPG, you shoot a tank at the back, and the back at the lower, right? I think they have 1,000 health if I'm looking at the video, right? So they got 1,000 health, so that first shot takes 500 something. The second shot you get off, it might not be the bottom lower because the tank is going to obviously react to you shooting it. And one of 2 things, or one of 3 things, it's either going to move, it's going to turn around and shoot at you, or it's going to do both. So you won't even get a clean second shot at the same spot, which means it probably won't die in the second shot. So really takes a team effort. I mean, at the end of the day, the answer is team effort, really. But the mines are cool if you can place them right. I need to try out the robot because that might be for me. I didn't realize the robot gets 3 mines, so We might have to play with that, actually. So, let me see if there's one more. For me to instantly improve. I'm not bad, but let's see how I could instantly improve.
I'm going to give you some tips in this video that I
Shout out to Stone Mountain 64. Check his stuff out.
guarantee you have not heard before. So whether you're a Battlefield veteran or playing for the first time, here are 36 tips to help you instantly improve.
36.
I've sectioned these out into settings, guns, vehicles, and more. So if you've heard a tip before and want some details on vehicles, for example, use the chapters on the video. And as always, if you have any useful tips, this community is incredible. Leave them in the comments and thumbs up any good ones to help you go. So on launch, any settings that you did have in the beta if you played will be wiped. Fortunately, we do have a firing range for the first time in Battlefield. You can even hop in this while queued, tweak those settings before you actually go into play. If you're on mouse and key, you can use a website, I'll link one down below, to calculate your 360 turn radius. It's actually built into the settings. It'll tell you the 360 distance in inches and centimeters, and you can actually use the arrow keys to go to decimal point levels.
Mute the mic. Sorry for the echo there. Let me just say, that's a lot. Calculate your 360 turn. Stop it. You're not good enough for that to matter. Like, what are you doing?
To fine-tune that sense. You'll have to do this for both normal gameplay on infantry as well as vehicles. There's already enough visually shaking in Battlefield 6, so head to your settings, go to graphics, scroll down to camera settings, decrease the camera shake. You can also change your settings for HUD to make sure this isn't moving around. While you're here, turn your weapon and world motion blur off, chromatic aberrations off, film grain off.
Okay, now I did turn down motion blur. Both of the blur settings, not to 0, but I did turn them down. But my thing is, if you put them on 0, like, go play CS:GO. Like, Battlefield is so much about the immersion, the immersive experience. And so when you turn off, look, like he has film grain off. Like when you turn off some of these graphic settings, you lose that immersion. The whole point is for you to feel like you're on a battlefield. When you're in a house and the tank shoots the wall of the house, it's gonna shake. There's gonna be some shaking or some blurring. Like that's real. Like so if you turn off those things, it's kind of like, I get it. If you're competitive and you're playing this competitively, and okay, fine, you want to get your competitive edge. But if not, enjoy that, like, the immersive experience. Like, enjoy all of what the game is supposed to feel like. Don't just turn off the settings like this.
While we're staying in the same section of settings, adjust your FOV out to 110 to 115 is where I like to keep it in this, especially because you do get into longer range engagements, but you're playing a lot of close range. 120 widens everything out. For sure, though, vehicle FOV, I recommend maxing this all the way out, whether you are in the jets wanting to see the peripherals and spot the other jet that you're trying to tail, or you are in a tank wanting to catch an infantry running up on you, especially in third person. You want to see everything. I also recommend changing your weapon field of view to wide. This will make it so that your gun is actually a little bit smaller, takes up less space, lets you see more. If you played Battlefield 4, I can almost guarantee when you've loaded up, you've hopped into a helicopter and crashed it immediately. Probably because your controls are inverted and you're not used to that. Specifically on the helicopter, I like to play rifle aim where I control my mouse up, down, left, right for aiming. A lot of people like to do this on controller as well. Regardless, we should have portal modes once this is out that you can go in and practice in some helicopter settings. Once some of those get created, I'll leave some codes in the description down below and server names. For jets, I like to keep it inverted, and if you want to do this, rather than going to the settings gameplay and setting invert all vertical look, and then go to the individual flight controls for heli and jet, and when you click the settings, mouse up or down respectively on the pitch up and down to swap those. Information is everything in a game like Battlefield, so being able to read your HUD is key. Head into the graphics interface and HUD. There's some advanced HUD settings. By increasing your HUD padding, you can bring those elements in closer to the center of your screen. This will make it so you can look down in the bottom corner a little easier on your map. You can also increase the size of your map, the amount of detail that it's giving you. Head into System, Minimap, edit this. You can set the map to large, but more importantly, you can change the view distance on foot. 250, I think, is probably good enough. It's going to give you a lot of detail in your map, but definitely for ground vehicles and air, I would recommend keeping this wide so you can spot where enemy tanks or jets are on that mini-map. If you also prefer when flying to have your camera stay with the horizon rather than rotate with the plane, head over to mouse and key, vehicles under control settings. You'll find the third-person aircraft camera roll. You can turn that off. This is the helicopter binds for rifle aim on mouse and key. You can also change the HUD icons, specifically here when you are zoomed in. This is where you would want the opacity to be the lowest, so your aiming and the other UI is not cluttering your screen, as well as if something is occluded or it's basically behind a wall, not in your line of sight, you can typically turn that down. I would recommend keeping the friendly icons at least a little bit up when you're zoomed so you don't just shoot your teammates a bunch, as I've done a lot even in the beta, and make sure your enemy icons stay up. And if you are on mouse and key, make sure you at least set your space bar for pitch up or
All right, procrastination complete. Let's hop back in the game. See if we can put some of these to practice. Some of these tips and tricks. Some of these tips and tricks. Test. Where's the, oh, okay. Alright. Do I have the robot? Oh, I don't even have it yet. 40? Little bit of a journey away. I could try putting the, it does a lot of damage. So. Actually, I'm gonna do that. This is engineer, right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, get it together. Yeah, I jumped out because I definitely thought he was crashing. What?
The enemy have secured more objectives. Let's strike back.
I think if I put this mine close enough to a tank, it'll just launch because it'll be in the proximity. I think. Somebody shooting from down here. Who shot me? There's a whole guy on a turret in front of you and you shoot me.
Now hold more objectives. Be advised, enemies are attacking Bravo. Be advised, hostiles now hold more objectives. All forces have neutralized Delta. We've initiated our attack on Echo.
Ah! That's such a weird. Is he on top of the?
All right, we now control objective Echo.
Parkour, parkour.
Enemies are attacking objective Foxtrot. Our troops have secured more objectives. Be advised, we have lost control of Foxtrot.
I thought he was the best. Yeah, I'm kind of still hungry. I might keep
Forces
watching
are
a little
close to
bit.
taking territory. Be advised, the enemy has secured more objectives. Let's strike back.
I turned around and it was in front of me. Terrible job.
Objective gold has been captured.
So I definitely asked them for 2 blue cheeses and I only got 1. So an L was taken today.
Objective gold has been lost. Heavy armored vehicles prepared and ready to go. Move to attack the marked objective.
I know somebody was up here.
Objective Charlie neutralized.
I don't see nobody.
Objective Charlie secured. Objective Bravo is no longer.
Once I'm getting shot from the other side of the world. Oh, damn! Sheesh. Alright, I take back what I said before. I would be so mad. At that one too. Yikes. I thought I couldn't do that. I was like, let me just try it. We got obliterated. That's why I get running down the middle of the street. I might get the revive though. I might not get the revive.
Need a medic!
Oh, wait a minute. Let's go. They're everywhere.
Need a medic!
The enemy have secured more objectives. Let's strike back.
Luck don't strike twice?
Objective goal neutralized.
Guess not. This is what happens when I'm trying to test something out. I play bad because I'm so focused on testing out the thing I'm trying to test out.
Hold position. We need attack support to the mark objective.
Oh, he climbed the thing and that interrupted his shooting. That's so unfortunate.
Hostiles now hold more objectives.
You good, bro?
Objective goals have been neutralized.
Jeez.
More objectives.
Where they at? That was it?
Okay, we now control objective Delta.
So why do we keep losing?
Attack the marked objective.
Nice. The like out the window.
Enemies are attacking.
Do I gotta be running and checking the windows as I move? Why don't they have any tanks?
Enemy forces have captured Echo.
Where's the helicopter? Jeez.
Objectives. Our forces are close to taking territory.
We are engaging objective Echo.
Where they at? Where they at? Where they at?
Hostile forces are attacking Charlie.
Oh.
We've just taken territory. Charlie has been removed from the operation.
showing me picture or RPG. It doesn't matter. Oh. Sheesh. There's no, yo, there's no enemy tanks. Hold on, I'm out of juice. Oh, I'm out of juice. Alright, I guess I'll just play this normal, because there's no... Oh wait, there's a tank, I see it. I saw it. Fly the other way, please. Actually, that's high enough.
We are tracking you outside the compound zone. Get back!
I saw it over here. Oh, did the other tank take it out already? Nobody even looked at this thing. There's one more coming. Move tank, no, I'm still here. There was no tank. I couldn't test any other stuff. Alright, well, this was just kind of a test. Test the internet sharing, other screen sharing feature. I'm gonna get off for a little bit and get on later.